everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Shelly's Millions. In today's video, I wanted to address three things. The first is what's going on with the payments taking a little extra longer to process today. Today's July 13th. The second thing that I want to address is, does your certification date have anything to do with your ability to collect that $600? And the third thing that I want to talk about in today's video is, do I think that the state of California going into more shutdowns will have an impact on how they vote when they are deciding to extend or not extend that extra $600 in extra unemployment payments? So if you're needing that information, make sure to stick around and watch this video to the end. If you do like the content in these videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video. It really helps the YouTube algorithm show this video to more people, which really helps a growing channel like mine, and I just really appreciate it. I do try and answer all the comments. I want to be able to help as many people as I possibly can. I am in the state of California, which makes it a little easier for me to find out the answers to those questions, but I will try and do the research for you even if you are not in California. So make sure to drop a comment down below and let me know what information you still need. I want to remind everyone I'm not a professional. I'm just going through the unemployment process myself for the first time. With that said, I do try and research all of the information before I release these videos, but as it's changing rapidly, sometimes the information can get outdated rather quickly. So just keep that in mind as you're watching along. The first thing that I want to talk about is those pending payments that are happening today. Yes, that seems like it's common. It seems like it's happening to a lot of people. Normally, after you've started certifying and you've got the whole process going, normally you certify sometime on Sunday. After 10 p.m., you see that payment go to paid, and it loads onto your EDD Bank of America debit card by 10 p.m. Sunday night. For whatever reason, that didn't happen this week. So there are a lot of reports of people where it says paid on EDD UI online in their claim history, but the payment hasn't hit the Bank of America debit card as quickly as it normally does. For some reason on the Facebook message groups, it seems to be that it's delayed by about 4 hours. So I'm not sure what the significance there of that 4-hour timeline is, but they usually have 72 hours to get those funds to you. Luckily, once you start the certification process, it doesn't take that long usually, but there have been occasions where it does, and that just seems to be that today is one of those occasions. I think it may be because they have added the new element. They have begun paying some people for those Fed ED claims, and anytime they add a new element to their website, a new program, something extra, it does seem to delay those payments. So completely normal for right now. It's frustrating, but normal. Okay, that brings us to point 2. Does your certification date have anything to do with collecting those extra unemployment benefits, the extra $600 booster? No, it does not. So there's going to be 3 different potential timeframes for people to certify for the weeks that'll contain the extra $600. So here in California, we certify bi-weekly. So you will either certify for the week that contains July 25th on July 26th, and you'll be certifying for benefits the first week, July 12th through 18th, and the second week, July 19th through the 25th. So just because you're certifying on the 26th doesn't mean that you won't get the extra $600 booster. You will, and you will get it for both of those weeks. Now, the second situation is where you are going to certify on August 2nd, and that's when I certify for benefits. So on August 2nd, I will be certifying for the first week, July 19th through July 25th, and then the second week, July 26th through August 1st. And I'll be doing all of that on August 2nd. And I will get the extra $600 for my first week, but I won't get it for the second week. So that's how that's going to work. So your certification date doesn't have anything to do with whether you receive that extra $600 or not. That brings us to the third certifying date, and that would be if you're stuck in pending and you have an issue, usually due to ID verification, that's taking a long time to clear up. I'm still hearing reports of people who filed back in March that don't have their issues cleared up. It is my understanding that once they clear up your issue, even if it's in the distant future, that if they decide that you were eligible for any benefits between March 29th, which was the first date that that extra $600 was available, through July 25th, it is my understanding that even if you don't get your issue sorted out until the very distant future, August, September, October, hopefully nobody's still waiting that long, but if it does take that long and they award you unemployment for the weeks anytime that fall between March 29th and July 25th, that they will add that $600 on to your payment. So if you're pending and you feel like you're going to miss out, that shouldn't be the case. And I will certainly update you if I hear otherwise. That brings me to my third point in today's video, which is, do I think shutting down, again in the state of California, is going to affect whether they decide to continue on with that extra $600 in unemployment benefits? Again, I've made another video on this. They aren't going to vote on that until they get back from their recess. And even in that video, this is one of the things that I didn't get quite right. They are on recess through the 17th. So I said, oh, the first date they can vote on that is July 18th, which is technically true, but July 18th is a Saturday, which makes July 19th a Sunday, which means Monday, July 20th is probably when, that's the earliest that they would vote on it. And of course they could take all the way until it expires, July 31st, until they vote on it. It is an election year, so both sides are going to want to look like they're doing as much as they can for the people, which is great. So I do think that they will offer us something, but 600 is still on the table. It's still possible. And I definitely think that a higher amount is much more likely since they've been rolling back the openings, going back to phase one in a lot of places. I think that does increase the chance that they would say yes to a higher amount. I personally don't think they're going to go for the whole $600. I am hoping, I think that the ranges that I've heard are still likely is from 250. Now I'm hearing all the way up to 450. I do think it is likely that we will see it on the higher end of that scale, but we won't know until they vote. So I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. Again, like I said in one of the other videos, hope for the best, but plan for the worst. So as these weeks go on, we want to just go ahead and plan as if there's not going to be anything extra. If you can, boost up your savings. Don't spend any extra money if you can avoid it, because we don't know what's going to happen. In addition to not knowing what's going to happen, if they're going to give us anything extra, we don't know if there will be weeks in between where we won't get anything extra. So what I mean by that is they could decide that we get the extra $450 a week. And if that's the direction they go, it doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, the $600 ran out on July 25th, so we'll backdate the $450 extra dollars to July 26th. We don't know when they will implement that and the first date that would be available to everybody. So there could be some weeks where we don't get anything, and then anything extra that they decide to give us could kick in. We just don't know. So we have to plan for at least a few weeks of there not being anything extra, and it is unfortunately possible that there won't be anything extra. It's also possible that they'll go ahead and just keep the $600 in place. So again, we don't know, and we won't know until they vote. Personally, I do think that they will approve something, but I don't think it will be the extra $600. Okay, that is it for today's video. Of course, I'm going to leave my Webull link. If you use my Webull link, I get 2 free bonus stocks. You get 2 free bonus stocks for signing up after your initial deposit of $100 settles. One of those stocks could be worth up to $1,400. Let me know in the description down below which 2 free stocks you get. I'm also going to drop my Robinhood link in the description down below. With Robinhood, you get one free stock valued up to $500 after you link your bank account. So there's not even a deposit required with them. And I also get a bonus stock if you use my referral link for that. And thank you everybody for watching Shelly's Millions. I will see you next time.